Hello guys, so I'm on a train right now, so if you can't hear me, you gotta turn your volume up, but I'm gonna do this really quick. So, the 19th, I was at Couchsurfer Place. First day was good, second day was interesting. Just, in short, he was drunk. So, trying to have a conversation with a drunk person is very difficult. I went to the cemetery, so I will get those videos to you. And, yeah, no, so that's pretty much what I did on that day. I woke up, made videos, went to the cemetery, and then I, went and we had an Asian dinner, and it was delicious. I had something, I know you can't see me, but this is to, so people don't see this. But we had an Asian dinner, and there was rice cakes. There was a green cake, which was really good. I tried a Vietnamese dish, but it was a little too spicy for me, but the chicken was good. And then I tried a Chinese soup, and it was spicy, but it was, good spicy. And the host, he loves spices, but, it was, too spicy. And because it was so spicy, I couldn't, taste anything on it, so, And then, the guests left, and for a big guy, he's really a lightweight. So, he's all like, sell me your country, sell me island. And I was like, all right, I'll pretend to be a travel agent, and I will, do it. So I was like, do you like snorkeling? And he's like, no. So I kept listing different things that Guam has to offer, but he kept saying no, and he's like, it's always going to be no. And I tried to explain to him that in order to sell my country to him, he has to say yes to something so I can expand on it and explain it. And then he's all like, tell me about Guam. So I was like, all right. So I tried to give him a quick history of it, and he's like, no, you're so defensive. And I was like, what? So I guess when I talk passionately, I sound defensive, but it's like, if you could read my body language, you would see that my arms are open, but his are crossed the entire time, and he kept repeating himself, and it was just frustrating, I guess. But yeah, and then, drunk stumbled around his kitchen, almost fell on me, so, he kind of fell a lot in his room when he tried to get the mattress and everything, but I pretty much woke up, grabbed all my stuff, and then I left. So, and he's like, you're the best and the worst guest I've ever hosted, and I'm like, okay. Pretty much, he's like, thank you for respecting my space and leaving when I asked you to leave. And I'm like, yeah, no, dude, cool, I get it. Sometimes you want to be by yourself. Yeah. But I'm like, where does the worst bit come in? I'm like, is it because I'm, so passionate? Oh, I don't know if I told you. No, that was the second night. You guys got the first night already. But yeah, so that's what happened the second night. And then Wait, what am I doing? What day am I doing? Today's the 22nd. Yesterday, I woke up and walked. Yeah, the Asian dinner. Yeah, that's pretty much what I did. So, woke up, cemetery. That's right, because I woke up and he came back at noon when he said he would get off at work at 7. So, he was like, oh shit, you're still here. And then I left the cemetery and I came back 3 hours later. And I bought flour, eggs, and milk for less than $2.50, so that was cool. And I came back and he's like, I haven't had time to myself, can you please leave? And I was like, yeah, sure. So I went to the McDonald's on the street and I just looked for some other couch surfing places, which I did find. And then I came back and we had the Asian dinner. I made crepes, though the first one he made, or he actually made all of them, but he's it was kind of weird when we were making the crepes, because he's like baking and cooking are not the same thing. With cooking you can be spontaneous and surprised, but with baking you have to follow the instructions, and I'm just like, you need to get out more. But yeah, it was so weird while we're making the crepes, because it's like, I wouldn't say it was awkward, but it's just like I'm mixing flour and egg. Like there really is no instruction on how to mix it besides, don't spill it out of the bowl. So, um, yeah, it was weird because, like, I'm mixing, doing my thing, and he's like, no, 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 are you left-handed? And I'm like, what? And then like he pretty much started mixing it just counterclockwise, and I'm like, okay, so I mix that way, and he's like, yes, good. And then he's like, I am the master, and you have to listen to me, and I'm just like, okay, that's a weird thing to say, and like he didn't even seem confident in the way he said it either, so I was like, oh, this is getting weird. And then, he does the whole, like, reach around and, like, arm squeeze thing. And he's like, oh, big muscles. And it's like, you could have squeezed the other arm for a friendly effect. But with the reach around, it's a little weird. So, I was just not feeling the physical contact from him at all. It's just like, nope. But, it was just weird. Because, like, during the dinner, with the other people, it's like, there were two Asian girls and then a Chinese or Vietnamese guy. They kept switching where they're from. But, like, me and the girls would try to talk, and, like, he would always hop in with the same question. And he's like, I'm not trying to offend you. I'm not trying to be offensive. I'm just really interested in your country. I like that. I was like, I know. You keep repeating yourself. I know you're not trying to offend me. And it's like, go ahead. Ask your questions. But he's like, no, I'm not trying to offend. I just want to know about your culture because I think it's cool. And I'm like, I know. Just ask your questions. It's like, it's cool. And he's like, yeah, but at the party, everyone was making fun of Guam because they didn't think it existed. And it's like, yeah, that happens. It's not a common place. So, I was like, whatever. But it just kept happening. And, like, the other guests were trying to talk to me, but he just kept talking and talking. And I'm just like, dude, I'm trying to finish a conversation with them, like they ask one question and I get to answer and I'm about to explain it some more and then he just interjects and it's like, dude, I want to share my country with these people, but all they know is that it's small and it's tropical. That's all they know because that's really all I could tell them. But yeah, so that is what happened on the 20th. So yeah, it was an interesting day.